Hi, so today we are going to continue our training session number 3, and we are going to learn some commands about GitHub. So yesterday in last training session 2 we learned about what GitHub is. We went through the presentation. We understood it's a distributed system, distributed repository, and then we were able to set up the design patterns repository after forking it, and we are able to run it in our environment. Since it's a Java project, so Eclipse or NetBeans, whichever is your favorite editor, IDE, we were able to run it over there. So just to continue in the same line, today we are going to see some real commands working on the foundation which we had yesterday. So we'll try to use the command prompt, and then we can always try some GUI tools later on. So how this entire thing works, basically, we'll just explore. So we'll redo a clone today again, and then we'll start with the command prompt. Since I'm using Mac, you guys might be using something else, so you will also get an emulator. If you're using Windows, you will find your terminal or a git bash or some kind of command prompt, so you can always follow the same commands as I am following with me. So first thing is, please open your git bash wherever it is, and then just start following commands with me. So I'll just wait for, I'll give you guys a minute so you have your terminal or command prompt. In Windows, please do not get confused with your command prompt, which is the Windows command prompt, and the git bash. So what we are looking here for is a git bash.
Sir, can you please share your screen?
Oh, okay. I haven't shared. Okay, sure. Are you guys able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
let's
sir.
talk. So hi guys, today we are starting our session 3, and we are going to learn the commands for Git using the command prompt. So in last session we basically forked this repository of design pattern, and we were able to set it up using Git desktop. But today we will try to do it using the command line system, and also we will try all the different git commands, git bash, git branching, everything. So just to begin with, first thing, whenever you go to any repository, you will find a link with clone with https, or there is another protocol which is called as ssh. So these are essentially different protocol, but they do almost the same thing. So we will just try to use hypertext protocol, which is S is secure. HTTP is hypertext protocol, and S makes it secure. So once you have opened your git bash, if you are using Windows, your git bash might look something like so. From here, you have to say git bash, and once you open the git bash, it will give you the command prompt. So now let's start. So first command is ls and pwd. Pwd means which working directory you are in. Let me change this so it's not confusing. Now it looks neat. Okay. So I have to make a directory inside which I am going to do a clone. So I say mkdir. In Windows it could be md, just md, but in bash it could be mkdir. Just try whatever works, and then we'll say git training, a folder. Inside the git training, I will change the directory and say, okay, take me to git training. Once I'm there, I have to say git clone, and then the repository github.com user, and then users, which so I have around 45 repositories. So which repository I want to clone. So here learn two things. These
Sir,
yeah.
sir, you're a bit fast, sir. Please, could you slow down a bit?
Okay, sure. So Spurti, are you able to go to Git Bash now and just like create a direction? I'm just trying to clone it. Meanwhile, you
Yeah.
guys can try and then do this command. I'm also going to, put it in the chat window. So this would be for your reference. So basically, this is what you need to do. So please understand also as we are doing this. So we just cloned. Cloned means the exact copy, whatever is in the cloud, it came to us here. Now, as soon as it comes, you have to do ls. Ls means list. I think in Windows it's dir, which shows the directory and its inside stuff. So ls is short form for list. So in the list inside you have design pattern, so you can then put design pattern, and as soon as you go there, then you see a git logo. Probably it's a git repository. From here it starts, so all the commands will start working inside it. So let's say git status and then git log minus 5. Let's say just git log. So as soon as you do git log, there were some last changes which have happened. They will start showing up here. So this commit, when did it happen, who was the author? Author means who made this commit. Because the distributed, you might work in large team, TCS, Infosys, they have at least 2000 people or 1000 people working together, and in big projects at least 200 to 300 people are there in one single team. So who was the author, that is very important. So we'll get the details, who made this code change, right? And then by what time zone, because some guys work from India, Hyderabad, some works from US and Australia, whatever. So time zone is also important when this commit has happened, because sometime because of some commits there are some problem which occurs. So when they debug means when they try to see logs and figure out who made the problem, then they figure out, okay, this commit happened from India. So by then I was in India. So you see 530 India. This was the day, this was the year, who was the author, and exact commit was this one, something like that. So once you come here, then you, as soon as you press Q, you come back to your normal stuff. Now, if you don't want to see everything, you just want to see last two commits. So these are the last two commits. Update readme file and then merge pull request for Srini Git branch. So we will try this. You guys will take a make a branch and then I'll merge it. So I was teaching this to my he was my manager though, Srini. I was just teaching him before. So you see 800 something like that. So time zone is little bit different because we were trying to do it from California by then. It's last year, something like that. So it's very trackable basically, right? With this. Now I press Q. Okay. So till this it is clear. Can we go ahead and start making some change in some of the file?
Just a few minutes, sir.
Sure, sure. Take your time. So you guys can do, like, you can focus on whatever you are doing. Meanwhile, I'll just, keep on speaking. So we can also use time, and we will go at a very nominal pace so that you also understand and you also do it. So it's a hands-on stuff that you are also doing, you are also learning, and later on you can practice also, because you will also get the video recording of this entire stuff. And believe me, as a programmer or as a developer, this is the most important thing which you need to learn, because technology will keep on changing. CSS3 will become CSS4 or CSS10 in some time. All everything will change. Java will change. Node is going to die down soon. Golang is going to replace it. I mean, just, it's a rumor or whatever, in next 4 to 5 years. But the source control management, like how you manage your code, how you push it, how you keep it safe and secure, how you collaborate, it remains same. There might be little bit changes here on there, but other technology will change. This is going to be pretty much remaining same in, at least for 10 years or 20 years or so, because all the major code, all major frameworks, they have their own Git repository. And you can also search. Let's try to search for Spring. Meanwhile you guys are setting up, I am just doing, something else to let you understand. So let's say if you do Spring, so you have different repositories for the Spring, and for different languages. So if you want to search Golang, so there is Dockers and lot many, code base. There is one Golang training repository. This repository have all the code basically which you can try and you can run. Let's say this is some code which is from Go. So same way, the training material and the basic repositories and everything is pretty much there on GitHub. So you can clone it and then you can see the source code, how underlying code is working if you want to understand that. And then you can also contribute. Just fork the repository, clone it, make changes, push your changes to remote, create a pull request. From pull request, someone will review and then it will get merged into the main code after the approval. So this is the cycle which is our target to finish it today, keeping whatever time we have. If it would be faster, you can refer back the video, the recorded video later, but we have to finish that lecture today.
We
So,
have created the, we have used that git space branch command, sir.
okay, sure. So when you type git branch, so you just come into design pattern, and okay, let me just do pwd here. So I'll show you. We have cloned it in the git training, and then this was our repository. Once I get into the repository, then I see git master. So master was the branch. Now which branch I am on, so I have to just say git branch, right? And then I have to create another branch basically. So how it works is, yesterday I showed you one diagram that there is one main branch. We do not disturb main branch. We create a branch which has all the code, but we make changes there. In case if we screw up something, we will just delete our branch, and master always remains, proper. So we can check out master, I mean we can change branch. Okay, let me just do hands-on is more easier, and it would be easy for you to learn also. So I am doing git branch minus b. Just it's a flag basically which creates another branch, and check it out. So we can name it as git training, git checkout minus b in git training. Okay, so these were all the options which can be given: minus v is verbose, minus q, minus t. There are lot many. You can in your spare time just read it, and then you can figure this out. For now you have to do a command, as I say, just do this: git checkout -b git training. So what it will do is, now you are not in master, you have two branches, two parallel copies in your box. One is safe and secure, which is master, and another is git training. So now in another branch, whatever git train, we are trying to experiment some code changes in the training branch. Okay, so we do ls here, then we can pick up any design pattern. Let us go to mediator, cd and mediator ls. We can do, okay, from here let me open my, actually I can do atom dot, it will open the code inside atom here. This one is the source code, and this one is the ATC example. This the code basically.
How do we open it in NetBeans with the command prompts?
So that I don't think that it's there in Windows and in NetBeans. You need to configure some class path or something. So you have to Google it and then you will figure that out. But if you install Atom, it comes with the inbuilt feature. All the class path environment variable are already set. So as soon as you do on any directory Atom and then dot, it opens up. Even IntelliJ I cannot open with command prompt. So let me open IntelliJ, with UI clicks, and we'll set this thing up there. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to open and then we'll make changes, and I'll also show you Git integration with all major IDEs. So we'll take this. So it is now asking for the source which we need to open. So we have it in Git training, and then we have it in design patterns, and what we have targeted today is making changes in mediator design pattern. So we'll try to open mediator. Okay, so we have come up here. This is our main file, right? So I also have one Git plugin basically in, so you can always set up in the NetBeans, I believe, or Eclipse, everywhere you will find a Git plugin, or nowadays it's inbuilt basically in the latest NetBeans and plugin. So you will see, okay, there is head, there is branch, there are commits on different branches, and the entire history, something like this. So it would be visible. But just to make some changes, just for demonstration purpose, I'm going to make you understand here. So let me make some changes in the code. So what change we are going to make is, we will change some string here, added for training. So this is the change which we have made here. So first you do git status, right, idea file, that's fine. And then once you made change, you save this. So you have saved it. Now you do git status. So what it says, it is saying that one file has been modified, which is this one. Like there were some idea related file, let's ignore that. Let's So NetBeans, Eclipse, everyone will have their internal file. With the dot means they are hidden file. So it's not our actual code file, so we'll not bother about it. So we made this change in this file. This change has been modified. So previously when we did git status, it didn't show us. Now if you say git diff, so I was telling you red and green the other day, right? So what it shows is what basic change has happened. So this line was removed, this entire line was removed, and this new line was added. So whatever is red has been removed, whatever is green has been added. So you see something like this in the else if loop. This has happened. Now you want to push it. So you will do just you can do Q basically. I don't know what I did. I just pressed Q, so it should work for you, right? So once you quit, so now you know, okay, this is the difference. And please be careful whenever you are trying to push any code anywhere, you just have to see the diff so that you are not intentionally or unintentionally or knowingly or unknowingly not pushing any bug or crappy code or some unintentional stuff. So it's always good to do a git diff, see what exact changes has happened. If there are multiple files, okay, let me just tell you how to deal with multiple files. We'll make change in another file, let's say flight. So flight, we will try to add system.out.println, system.out.println, just added this line for training. Cool. I have not saved it. Git diff. Only one file, right? Now I am saving it. Q git diff. So now I see two files changed. So it shows which file basically. So it shows this is the file which got modified. What got modified? So we have not removed anything. We have just added one file. So when we edit it, basically Git removed this entire stuff and then overridden it with the green one. Same thing happens here, that it doesn't have to remove anything, it just added something here. Now we'll do git status. So it says that two files have been modified. So just taking a small break. Mohan and Naren, are you guys able to, where are you guys? Can you please update me? Not able to hear, Naren. Anyways, Mohan, can you please speak up?
Sir, sir, I'll do it after the video is done by checking the video once again.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, sir, I have cloned mediator pattern examples. As I'm using NetBeans, I'm figuring out like how to use it from shell.
Okay, so there are two things today, like after the training for tomorrow, you just figure out all NetBeans stuff, right? For now, just
Okay.
open up this file in Notepad or whatever Notepad plus plus or whatever editor you use, and then you make changes and save it so that from command prompt you guys can learn. So setting up, we
Oh,
are not running this program at all today. We are just
yeah,
making
yeah.
some delta and changes. So setup is not required for today's session. It's just the some changes and then learning some commands and understanding them, and then you will learn the interviews question and answers also for this technology, because to get a job people want so many skill sets and you don't know which skill set will click you and get you a very good job. So you have to know each and every technology a little bit. Once you get into the job full time, you can go deep and deep because you have enough time by then. But at this stage we will, so we are going to finish git today, and there will be some review tomorrow. Then we will quickly wrap up Java, then we'll quickly wrap up Node, Express, Angular, and then I have to also give you training about agile methodologies, how company real works, how they create tickets, how do they do deployment of production, how their releases works basically. And there is some other stuff also which is related to their architectural and how do they make some diagrams like UML diagrams, architectural diagrams. So there is lot to learn, and we have just 30 sessions, and this is the third session. So 10% of training is going to finish. Please, in your free time, whatever, I'll give you some hints and tips basically, and some homeworks. Do it so your training would be more effective, and do hands-on, because theory you will get on Google and everywhere, but practical hands-on is more important. Okay, so that was a lecture which is done. Now let's come back to the real coding. So now we are doing ls, and now we have to basically add a file, whatever we have to push it to the repository. So we have to add that. So we will say git add git status. So you see this file is modified, this has been added. Now if I'll do the commit and push, only this file will go. So for example, you are making change for a website. You made some changes in CSS and also in HTML. Now you only want to push the changes related to HTML, not CSS. So you don't have to add it. Uh, like add it means it will not go upstream. Upstream means to the origin or at. Okay, in short, it will not go to here. So your local changes should not come up here. So whatever changes you are adding, that should only go there. That is what we are trying to learn. So this has been added. Now we, just a moment, I will paste the command also. And so you guys please keep from the recording also, you can pause and do it later, but for now you can copy paste and keep this command and also write little bit of instruction or whatever you're learning so far about it. So git status says okay, one file has been added, rest all has not been added into the stash. Now we'll say git commit. Now we are committing it on local, and then -m is a flag for message. So you can say first changes on MVC, and then you do a commit. So commit has happened. As soon as you do a commit, it will say okay, one file has changed, 4 things have been inserted, 1 thing has been deleted. Now you say git status basically. So this red file, no changes has come up, but this green file, it's gone because it has been committed. Now how would you like, just to double check it has got committed, you see git log -2. So time zone is 600, it's Texas, US Texas. And then Asim Jain, oh my Rackspace ID is going, okay, that's fine. From inbuild it took this ID, that's fine. And then this was the message, and this is the commit number. Now important thing, this is a hexadecimal. I am sure in the college you might have learnt about binaries, octa and hexa. So hexa is combination of some numbers plus A, B, C, D, E, F till that. So this is a unique number for each commit to distinguish each commit. Like you have student ID, it has a commit ID. So we have we were able to commit it, but once you commit it, are you able to see it here? That's the question, and the answer is no, you are not able to see it. So when you would be able to see it, the answer is once you push it to origin. Until and unless you don't push, it won't go there. So you just did a git push. So it would take some time and then it would start showing up here. It takes some time to get reloaded. Okay, now you see that in less than a minute. So here the concept is once you do commit, the commit goes to your local laptop or machine or desktop, wherever you are working, in short. But as soon as you push, it goes to the repository, main repository on the cloud basically, right? So we have pushed it. So now we see that this is a branch which has been created. So there are different branches. If you go to master, the same file will not have those changes, and in this branch it will have those changes. I'll also make you understand that in a moment. But so whatever branches we are working, it would start showing up here. So let's try to figure out what we have actually changed. So which design pattern was it? Mediator. Okay. So you see 4 minutes ago, Asim Jain made some changes in here. Then you will go to mediator design pattern, ATC. Inside ATC, 2 years ago, these files were touched. But 4 minutes ago, this file was touched. So you come here. Remember the branch stuff here. Branch is in Git training, right? Now you came here, flight.java. Inside that, just added this line for training, nothing else. So this is how you made change and pushed it. But now for the same file, if you will change and go to develop, you see there is no line added which we added for training or something like that. If you come back, you will see 2 years ago. This file was touched 2 years ago. So this is how that you have both the copies there. So how it happens that, let's say your boss, right? Let's say I am your boss. I have given you some assignment. Hey, create this web page and this with Java framework, any framework, get the database connectivity and link it. A thorough cycle, what we call as that end to end, right? From database you are going to retrieve, you are going to process it into the middleware, and then you have to get it displayed on the UI. That is end to end. So you made those changes, but I cannot merge it as is. So I'll say, okay, push it in a branch. I will try in that branch. If it works, then I will see the code changes. I am sure that, so in banking side, people will add their own account number. Previously it happened, and then whosoever was making transaction, some 3 cents were going to the developer who has done that calculation, and nobody reviewed the code was working fine, and 3 cents nobody bothered. But within 6 months that guy had got about $1 million or so in his account deposited, because for every transaction he was getting only 3 cents. So in the entire day, there were about, so bank has so many customers. Let's say Bank of America has 25 lakh customers in US. So each customer is making some transaction, 3 cents into 25 lakh. And then within 6 months, it was a huge money. So they tried, boss, this is not good. We'll not accept code changes as such. Let's get into the practice of code review. So here is the important concept. What is code review? How code review can happen? How the code it gets reviewed and sanitized and approved, and how it gets back into the mainstream main stuff. So you see here, you say compare and pull request. So the concept is called as a pull request, which means the the master branch will pull the code from your training or whatever your assigned branch, and then it will have the proper whatever code, but it has to pass through a review. So you will say made changes for a banking site during Git training, and then you say okay, this we have created a pull request. So whenever you create a pull request, you see pull request 2, you see a number here with this. If you share, I would request you guys to open this in your local computers, this pull request, and just try it out. So once you come here, you will see file changes. So we just made one file change over here, and then we just added one line just to keep it simple. So there will be, okay, you can change it, you can split this. So previously it was like this is some empty space, and this is the problem with the sometime conversion between Windows and Mac, Windows or Linux. So previously I used to work on Windows when I was in India, and then automatically when it came here, whatever spaces, so this is an empty space, nothing, just ignore it. But you see this dark line, so there is some characters which spacing characters, tabs and spaces, which Windows uses and Mac doesn't. So Mac didn't like it, it replaced this entire stuff, so it shows as red and green. Main thing to observe here is this code. So this was a blank line and this code got added. So if you made 10 files changes, they will show okay, this and this and this, whatever number of files. From this drop down you can search those files, you can see those changes. Then you will see the commits here as well, you, and then the conversation. So review, so whosoever is doing the review, he can approve it. Okay, I think the code is proper or not or whatever. So I will say here, please add, okay, please remove null from here and rename the values. So I am just hypothetically saying whenever they do review, there would be some null point. If something can cause null pointer exception, so you have to catch it, close the loop properly, whatever. So there are different commits which happens. So so now we'll say okay, start a review. So the comment would be shown up here. Can you guys please leave a comment from your box? If you have opened it, just try to hit a plus on any of the line and then just try to submit a comment basically.
Do you have a blanket? Yes, मिट्टी नहीं करो ऐसा क्यों?
So any problems or anything, please let me know. I'm just waiting. If you guys are able to open it and do a plus or not, I'm not sure. Spurti, are you able to see it basically on your browser? Okay, maybe split view. You can also go to undefined, yeah, sorry, unified view, and then okay, Naren, I got these are the very okay. Thanks, Naren. I got. So I understood that you guys are understanding it basically, and you are trying hard and making it successful. So thanks a lot for that. So let's say Naren made some changes. Okay, change, rename this variable or whatever. So then the developer have to redo the work. Let me try to redo the work here and then push it again. So first time the code might not be right? So we will say made changes for the variable. Made changes for to address code review comment. That's all. Now we will try to do another cycle. First is git status. Now we will add both these files. Git add. You have to copy it from your whatever the source it starts. You add another file. So we are assuming that both files are good. We made the changes as the reviewer wanted. We do say git status. Okay, good. Both are added. So I checked, there is no unnecessary file which is going. Now I say git commit -m, and then I'll type in code review commands implemented reviewer Naren. So there might be multiple reviewer. So whosoever has made the comment, basically his comment has been addressed. Now I have to push. You can do a log. So log will show you the message. So Asim Jain has made this comment that code review has been implemented and reviewer is Naren. Now code review has happened. Now we need to push it to upstream. Upstream means, so once I comment it, it is just on local. It hasn't gone there. So I have to push it. So I say git push origin git training. So where this code should go, in which branch and whatever, this is just a simple command. I believe I have also pasted it for you guys, but if not, I am doing it now. So once you will, okay, hold on. So we'll go here. Right now we don't have those changes or the commits. Let's go here. There is cancel review. No, submit review. So this was Naren's comment. This was Purti's comment. Finding out pull request. Okay. So there are no changes in here because we have not pushed it yet. So now we'll do a push. As soon as you do a push, it will say okay, it is counting, then it is making the delta. So I was trying to make you guys understand what is delta. So it is not pushing the entire file. Somehow internally it has only whatever you have changed, that piece. That is why it is fast. If I have to email you some change, I have to send. So I'll tell you the Word document. There is a 10-page Word document. You make some changes in the assignment. So there is no way that you can only, if you have changed even the single line, you have to email the entire document to your teacher or whatever. The common way. But in here, it smartly converts only delta. compresses it. After compressing, it writes into some binary objects. Those objects are very lightweight. They are pushed to the remote. Once it gets over there, then the remote try to decode it. So encoding and decoding. So the main string code has been encoded in binary stream. Once it received here, like in the back at the cloud, basically here, it encodes and then it puts it up here. So let's do a reload. If I will go more technical, just stop me, and I can become simple. I'm just trying to use the terminology sometime somewhere. So now we see two commit. Previously first commit was there changes, then second commit was related to the code review comments by you guys, and then we see the file changes. So previously it was one file, now there are two files. One is flight.java and another one is atcmediator.java. These are the comments. This has been addressed here. I can say Purti. You Facebook, you do tagging, right? So this is also like Facebook. You say done with the suggested changes. Someone will say, okay, why don't you rename it to so and so as per the standards? This is like that. You say, no, this is not the standard, it has been changed. In last version it was like that, in HTML5 it is like that. So people will do the review and the comment will come, code changes, pushes, everything will come. Once everything is finalized, then this will go for the approve. Okay, see, looks good. Can be merged. MERGED, merged. Okay, for this you need some special privileges, seems like, on the enterprise version. This is the free version. So anyway, so we will do the merge basically now. So it looks good. Now it says merge pull request. So how it is going to get merged is, I hope it should not break the code. It won't. So how it is going to happen is, there is a master branch and there is a training branch. In training branch we made changes, we pushed it, it went through review, everything was fine. So if it's a banking site, we reviewed that no developer has inserted a bug that money should go to his own account or whatever. So people will review, senior people and everyone will review it. Once it's get reviewed, then the approval will come and then we'll merge it. So let me do a duplicate of it just to show you, just for your deeper understanding. We'll come here, we'll go to master, we'll go to mediator etc flight.java. So currently this file is like this, but as soon as we will merge, those changes will start reflecting over there. So now I am going to merge. There are different strategies for the merging. This will be very high funda at this level, so I'll not uh, let I mean let's skip this for now. But once you are trained enough, well trained enough, maybe after a couple of weeks, I'll I'll make you understand what is rebase and merge and everything. But just to be simple, you are just trying to merge a pull request. Strategy doesn't matter how you are trying to do it. There are multiple ways of doing same thing. So we will just click this and say merge pull request. You can leave any comment ready for production release. So one session I'll take you through the entire life cycle of the code. What is staging environment, what is production environment, how it gets released. But before production release, it goes to proper testing, and then it goes to proper review, and then they say okay, merge. So it says it is merging. Now it says avoid bugs by automatically running tests. They are trying to sell something here. Integration provider something. Okay. So now they say if you click learn more, they'll let you know what do they really mean. Let's ignore that. So pull request successfully merged and closed. So that pull request has been closed. This guy. This shows open. Let us try to do a reload. So it says merged. Here it was open, now it's merged. So once it's merged, it has two commits. It went from git training, it went some time back, and now it's a part of master. So let's try to see if it's really there. No, I don't see here. Why? Because we have not refreshed it. So the master, before the pull request got merged, the code is like this. There is no system.out.println, nothing. Now if we'll reload this guy, we hope that we'll see the system.out.println. If we did the good job, it should appear here. Yeah, and we did a good job. We are able to make it a successful commit and get it passed to the design pattern main file, basically the master. So this is how this entire thing worked. Basically, we learned the different aspects about it. Now once you go to repository, you will see a tab which is called as pull request. It has different status, the filters. So filters everything, your pull request, your issues is open, you can just remove. So these were the total pull requests which were getting generated. So as a part of homework, you guys have to generate a pull request and then you have to submit a pull request. So tomorrow we'll start session same time 7:30. I'll send you the link. I would like to see couple of pull requests from each one of you, including Mohan, Spurti, Naren, and then we'll go through the pull request. Basically, we can see it here, and they are whatever number of. So how do they do productivity, right? So they'll give you job and then they will track your commits, how many commits each month or whenever you're trying to make. Based on that, your salary in March in India, in March, I think here in December or whatever, October, they will do the self review. They'll fetch the data from this, who made those changes, how frequently who made those changes, how many commits, and then they will decide your salary hike. Because each commit goes and then they have different graphs. I have not set it up and it's very core. I mean, we don't have much, right? So I made it in October. It you see lot of commits and everything. Then maybe somewhere in July, maybe now. But in actual on day-to-day basis, your commit would show up in the graph. So they'll compare. Okay, I have five students. Sorry, I have five teammates. Manager will say, this guy is making proper commits, more commits, proper code. Let's promote him. For other second two guys, they are good. They are not as good, but they are good. They are working hard, improving. Let's give them good raise. They'll give some salary. Remaining two, okay guys, you have to work hard. Probably next year we will consider you. Your commits are not coming up properly or you're not very active or whatsoever. Code frequency is less. So some kind of feedback to the technical manager, he gets it from here. So this is pretty much it, one cycle for the git. So I'll just review the session, then I'll open up for question and answers, and then I'll email the video recording and your homework assignment of generating the this pull requests. Tomorrow we'll review, recap your questions. If by reading stuff tomorrow and practicing, if you will have some doubts, we will first finish those in first 15 minutes, and then we will start with object oriented programming concept. And object oriented is used in JavaScript if you have to do Node, if you have to do Spring or whatever. So be prepared with your questions which you need to ask me, and otherwise I am going to ask the questions to you. So be prepared for that both ways. So you have to learn object orientation tomorrow. So be prepared for that, and then whatever we have done today you have to practice it, and then you have to raise the pull request for the code. You can pick any design pattern, and tomorrow we'll make another repository. It would be too much for today. Basically tomorrow we'll create our assignment repository in which I'll give you each folder to each one of you, and then we'll try something tomorrow as a recap over there. So any questions for you guys before we wind up the session?
No, sir.
Okay, cool, thank you. So you guys were able to follow it, right? This entire process?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, and one more thing you guys should go to. I have already sent you the link yesterday for Git commands, whatever I was showing you. You just do Git. There are so many. So when I was learning, whatever I learned, I have blogged it also. So if you guys have blogged whatever you are learning now, you can also blog it for yourself, and later on you guys can refer your own blogs basically.
Can you provide me some interview questions based on GitHub?
So interview questions, of course, it is very simple. You just do interview questions on Git. Top 45 Git interview question and answers. What is Git? What is a Git repository? What is Subversion? And then I am sure if you will try to understand and learn this staging area and all that, I'll let you know that like tomorrow in next session. And we'll so staging area, whatever we add, that's called the staging area. What is rebasing? There is lot actually. So just go learn and then come back with your questions. Tomorrow I'll answer it. So this link is good. Just go through it first and finish it. Where is our chat? Talking, audio, chat. Yeah. Basically, this one is also good. Git revert. Try these commands. At maximum, you will screw up something or you will stuck. But it's your local, your local box, so it doesn't matter. Just try it out. All these commands. First, you go through this interviews questions tonight and tomorrow, and then we'll meet tomorrow. Fine. Okay, guys. So thanks a lot. Bye.